Hello and welcome to those of you who've joined us this bright and breezy Tuesday morning. This won't necessarily go out today, but I'm recording this morning with someone who I like talking to him. He's a good old chap. Sorry, young chap, good young chap. But we as you know, we are delighted and honoured to be media partners with Mark Allen Exhibitions. We went to SubCon, and we've also we did the live stream at EDS Reconnect earlier on in the year, and we are so excited next month to be going up to the show and seeing everyone in the flesh that we thought, we've got to talk to Simon. We've got to talk to Simon. So I am talking to Simon Bonell, who is the managing director of the events itself. It's the whole shkaboodle. He's the man that's going to be running around like you wouldn't believe, but always manages to have a smile on his face. So good morning, Simon.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, I mean, I'm not quite the managing director yet, so I think other people in the company may have something to say about that. But yeah, I'm the event director.
Not the managing director. He's the event director. But interesting that I said that and I felt that. But he's the event director. It
must be the aura I give.
It's the aura you give off, and it's your professional,ism, Simon. That's all I'm going to say to those who are listening, any important ears. But no, you've taken the show in all credit to you. There was a few changes over the years, and you've had to deal with COVID. We have sort of chatted before, but I don't know if we've chatted. We don't need to go back over that, but you took the reins at a tough time, didn't you? Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, so this year's 10 years of EDS. So obviously we're very proud of that fact that when we first launched this show, I mean, I started in 2012, and the idea of the show was to try and get 1,000 design engineers to turn up. I think year one we managed 1331. How good is my memory? Actually, remember the actual visitor through the doors in year one. So we did 1331, and over the years, the show's grown and grown. We've launched the electronics design show, the embedded design show, and we now take up all of the space available at the Coventry Building Society Arena. So yeah, we're very proud of what we've done with the show. It's 10 years is a big thing, I think. It's a big thing to celebrate. So we're going to have a big party this year, which we'll talk about later. But last year was a tough year. We couldn't have the overseas guys come in. This year we're back to normal. So it's quite exciting, really.
Yeah. Oh, 10 years. I've just gone teetotal. You better have some soft drinks for me, like some nice. You better get some Belvoir or something in.
We've got plenty. So this year it's quite exciting. Actually, we've got a party sponsor, Neutrix. So not only have we got soft drinks, we've got alcohol, we've got food, we've got balloons, we've got a band. So it's not going to be on the show floor where it has been in previous years. We've got the legends around this year. So we're inviting visitors and exhibitors. Normally it's just exhibitors, but this year we're inviting visitors, and Neutrix have kindly put up some raffle prizes as well. So there's going to be an opportunity to win hundreds of pounds worth of Amazon vouchers if you come to the party. So, like you need more reasons to visit EDS.
Well, that's great, isn't it? And I mean, 10 years, what an achievement, what an accomplishment. And obviously you've not just joined the business like as young as you look sat there, Simon. You've been in the trade a while, haven't you? You've been around the block, as have I.
Have, yeah.
Yeah. Doing before this.
So it's quite nice, really, because I started my career in engineering media back in '97, I think it was, or '98, and I actually started on the engineer. And for over the years, I've left the engineer, joined Finley Media, which became Mark Allen. We launched the Engineering Design Show, and then Mark Allen bought the engineering division off Centaur. So now, it's done a big circle, and that's part of our group now. And it's quite an important part as well. EDS was launched from Eureka magazine for mechanical design, New Electronics for electronic design, and now we use the engineer as well. So we use the biggest brands in the market to help promote these shows, alongside Made in Ireland, Fast magazine, electric and hybrid vehicle technology. So we've got a lot of drivers to bring people to the show. I think the nice thing about it as well, we can do it all in-house as well. Yeah. You know, Mark Allen spends, you know, £750,000 a year on the circulations of our journals, making sure the right people see them. So we know that when we market our show, we market it to the right audience, a relevant audience. And I think that's been the reason why EDS has survived 10 years and will survive another 10 years.
Brilliant. That's amazing. So basically, I mean, you've been in the industry for a while, you've been in the trade for a while, you've seen it from the bottom end, and the engineers come back in the fold, hasn't it? The engineer come back in the fold. And I know some of my clients are using the engineer, and it's great. So yes, that's all good.
Yeah, I mean, if you consider the engineer's been going for 166 years, it's probably the most respected engineer. 166 years. They're saying that, you know, Eureka magazine's been going for 40 plus years. So is New Electronics. You know, all of the brands that we use are market leading brands, well-known brands, trusted brands. So that has been the real driver for us, to the fact that, you know, we are using these journals. This is, you know, this is how we get people to the show, and we can do it all internally. It's great.
I mean, I don't know about you, Simon, but I'm 40 plus years.
I am also 40 plus years, unfortunately.
When we're like, oh, all these things are 40 plus years, I'm sitting there thinking, well, they would be, because I've been in this industry for like 30 years. So kind of makes sense. But it is amazing.
Perhaps we should start saying only 40 years.
Only 40 years. Yeah. I'm staying at 44, I've decided. I'm 47. I'm like, no, I'm 44. I much prefer that number. But I think the thing is, we've seen such changes in the industry, and also exhibitions. And certainly when we came and you kindly, you know, said about us coming to the show last year, which that was kind of the first one in, wasn't it? That was off.
I think Subcon was the first show back, and then swiftly followed by EDS.
We had EDS live because we had the Chesterfields. I'm going to talk to you about sofas later, but I'll do that off air. We had EDS with our Chesterfields, where I've got to meet the mayor tonight, and I was opposite you guys. Indeed. So that was amazing, and that was electric. That show, it was great, because obviously in my previous life, I went as a sales manager, and I went to sort of see, you know, who was there, but to actually be there and talking to exhibitors and speakers and influential people in the industry was phenomenal, and people loved it. They really enjoyed it. And it was we loved working with you. It was like having a little family. You were opposite us, we were opposite you, and you know, it just worked really, really well. So we were so excited to be asked, you know, this year to get involved. And Subcon was great, a bit more colourful, a few more flowers, a few more feathers. Watch out this year.
Well, I mean, if you thought EDS was good last year, I mean, last year we couldn't get a lot of the overseas guys in. You know, we did the guys couldn't come over from Germany, for example. But this year we've got, you know, 200 solution providers. We've got over 30 hours of speaking sessions, so conference and workshops, you know, so it's going to be a bigger show than it was last year. Back to its heyday again this year. And
it's 2 days. It's compact, isn't it? 11th and 12th.
It's the 12th and 13th.
Sorry, I'm at the 11th. I'm coming up on the 11th, so I'm there early for the 12th.
That's it, yeah. If any exhibitors are watching, they can set up on the 11th. Yeah. The show's actually the 12th and 13th of October, yeah.
Don't set up on the 12th.
No, please don't be that person that sets it up on the 12th, yeah. We don't want that.
And check your hotel. That's all I'm going to private joke. But I mean, it's good. So it's going to be bigger and better in all ways. And I think the thing that I was so inspired by when I came to the show, and I've said this at Subcon as well, was that people really want to talk to people about solutions. They want to talk to them about problems. There was a time in our day, you and I both know this, that it was more of a kind of, hi, how are you? What are you doing? Yeah. You would get business from it, and I'm sure exhibitors did very well, but that sense of urgency and time is important has become more paramount since the pandemic. And also there's a lot going on, you know, people are getting delays left, right and center. We've got an interesting year ahead of us. I mean, what's your view on that? What's your take on that?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, there used to be a bit of a jolly out of the office, and now when people send their staff to shows, it's because they have a need to be there. I mean, people come to EDS because they want to see the latest technology and innovation. They want to see what's out there. I mean, we cover aerospace, automotive, oil and gas, medical and defense. So we cover a large a large area basically, but I mean, you can come to EDS and you can have your product designed and manufactured in one go. So we'll cover everything from CAD, simulation software, rapid prototyping, 3D printing, additive manufacturing, the component parts, so display units, connectors, cables, you name it, we cover it. You could come to EDS and speak to design consultants. It's everything all under one roof, and I think that's why people come to EDS, because they can just learn so much.
What do you think is going to be the main topics that are kind of coming up? Like, what's your gut feels? Because I mean, I know at Subcon it was interesting. I thought it would be lead times, because obviously my clients in the engineering sector, a lot of them, it's been lead times, having to wait. But actually what also came up at Subcon was, shortage of staff, shortage of good staff, like, good engineers. It was like, there's a shortage of engineers. And so I'm just interested to hear what you're feeling.
Well, I mean, I think lead times is going to be a massive problem still at the moment. But I mean, I'll give you a quick oversight of some of the people that we're speaking at our conference sessions. So we've got Francis Lemp, who's the co-founder of Carnot. He's talking about accelerating innovation to design the ultimate powertrain. We've got Ian Pilkinson from Datto Systems talking about how the 3D experience cloud platform works and how design engineers can make better products and make them faster. So that's interesting. We've got Richard Price at Pragmatic Semi on simplifying electronic design. So it's not just, it's electronic design, it's mechanical design. We've got Matthew Aldridge from IGUS. He's, you may have seen the pictures. They've got a recycled bike. It's 90% made from plastic recycled material. So IGUS Matthew's going to be talking about that. They've got the bike at the show. We've got Dunstan Powell from BiteSnap Design talking about why projects fail and how to fix them. So there's loads of different topics for people to dip in and dip out of over the 2 days. And obviously we'll provide a link so people can go online and register, and you can actually pre-book these sessions as well. So when you register on the website,
comments below, we should put that in the comments below. We should do that. We should actually put some links so that people can actually book on in the comments below this episode, because that is the thing. Sometimes you get, because I go and I'm like, I really would like to hear that, and I'd like to hear that, and it's quite good to forward plan your day.
I mean, we've got 30 hours of conference sessions and workshops, so you may as well look at what we've got out there and actually plan your day around the sessions and pre-book them as well. It's all free of charge, as is the show. You can go online and you can register for free. Everything about it is free. The parking's free, the party's free, the content's free. It's a no-brainer basically. Why wouldn't you? If you're a design engineer, why wouldn't you come to EDS?
The way you said, the parking's free, the party's free.
Yes, they're the important parts.
Very important parts. Yeah, but you're right. Why wouldn't you? And it's a great show, and we love it. We love being a part of it. We hope to be a part of it, continually. And for me, it's so interesting that, obviously I hope you're going to get me some good guests to be talking to. We've got a few people that have approached us, and if people do want to come and chat to us on the day, they can get in touch with Simon or myself or any of the team. That's fine. But we just, we sit down and we chat to people real time while we're there, and we get those episodes out as quickly as we can the following week, so that if people might have missed some of the show or they couldn't go for any reason, they've still got the opportunity to get a vibe and get a feel for what's going on.
Yeah.
And I certainly say to all of my clients, they should be there, because it's just, I think it seems to be very effective at communication now. We seem to have got much better, just like we're doing this now, whether we've just improving ways every day on how to communicate better. And we are multi-platforms. We are not, it doesn't mean that I don't like reading magazines. I still go to bed and read a book. I mean, I record podcasts, I listen to podcasts, but I still read books. And it's the same with magazines. If you want information, blah, blah, blah. But, without these real exhibitions where you can really see people and really understand products and see how they work and have conversations and make relationships, people by people, it's the gel it's the glue that sticks it all together, I think. So I think
I mean, as I said to you as well, the fact that we place such an importance on Eureka, the engineer, new electronics, because they are the driving force. That people still read these magazines. We make sure they go out to the relevant people in the market, and that's where we market the shows. If I've got Eureka in front of me here. They've got the September issue, and there's a 4-page feature on the design show. The same will happen in new electronics. The same will happen in the engineer. All of our journals will be promoting the engineering design show. And then when you get to the show, they'll have, you can come and meet the sales guys from the magazines as well, because we are, I only work on the engineering design show. I'm a bit of a one-trick pony. That's all I do. However, we promote what the guys do on the magazines as well, because we are one big family, I suppose.
You are one big family, and I think that's it. You got, and also I think it's a great time of year to do it personally, because I know a lot of people are planning, for the next year ahead, or maybe for the next financial year, however they end up. Some of my clients plan from Jan to December, others from financial years. And it's a great time. Certainly I feel like it's the right time. You've sort of had some year to reflect, you're looking at the year ahead, and you can have some really sensible conversations and get the most out of it that you need to. Who are you most looking forward to see? You can't say that, can you?
I can't say that. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone. And everyone from Chatty Hatter, obviously. But going back to this 10-year thing, we've got companies who have been exhibiting with us from day one. We've got companies that only come to the engineering design show now. So obviously we're quite proud of that fact. And it's not because they particularly like me, they particularly like EDS, particularly like me. It's because the show works for them. I always, when people ask me about EDS, what is EDS? And I always say it's a bit like, do you remember the Ronsil adverts? It does what it says on the tin, and that's what EDS is. We are the engineering design show. We target design engineers. If you target design engineers, then EDS is relevant for you. If you're a design engineer, EDS is for you, because we can help you do your job better. We can help you look for new component parts. We can help you with, speaking to design consultants. It's pretty simple what we do here.
It's simple, but it's very well executed. I'm going to say it's really well done. I think it's a great show to be a part of. And like you said, you do a lot of promo. I mean, I think we're going to be going out on one of your newsletters, but certainly, I mean, your news, the email that goes out to everyone, telling everyone about it, you're on it. You're sending, constantly promoting. So all these companies that are getting involved and being part of the exhibition are getting a lot of hand holding from you as well, and a lot of support.
Yeah.
And after the show, so it's not just the day itself. It's
totally, yeah.
Part of a whole process, which is what's so important. Who's your headline sponsor this year?
So our headline sponsors is the same as we've had for the last few years. We've got Worth Electronics and Solid State Supplies.
Worth Electronics, the sponsor.
Yeah.
Word, big up to Word. We'll put you in the comments. Check out Word.
Brilliant. We've got workshop and conference sponsors this year. So we've got Mouser, are the new electronics conference sponsor. We have Dassault Systems for Eureka and the Engineer Conference. And I think I mentioned we've got Neutrix, who are our party sponsor. We're well covered this year for sponsorship.
And that's the thing, right? As an event organizer, which I am on a, not in the events arena that you're in, but in local events and public events, sponsorship is hard. And when you're doing a free event, you have to sponsors. We need sponsors, and it's a great opportunity for sponsors to showcase what they do and who they are, and where they are in the market. So I think you've got some brilliant names there. I'm looking forward to meeting them. I know a few of them, but especially the party one, especially if he does non-alcoholic drinks that don't taste like.
We'll see what we can do for you. We haven't booked the food and drink yet, so I'll make sure you've got some non-alcoholic drinks.
You just know all I want. All I want. You know what it is, and I'm not.
I know you want white sofas and
I want white sofas.
We'll see what we can do for you.
Want white sofas. We're mixing it up a bit this year, just for EDS. We want white sofas because, like you say, it's 10-year, really special. What can people do to support the run up to the show? Get more involved. I mean, you're on LinkedIn. You're all over LinkedIn.
We're
talking about what they're doing and sharing on LinkedIn, shouldn't they?
Yeah, so we're all over LinkedIn. We're all over our journals. So I mean, if you're in the industry, you're in this sector, you've probably seen our adverts. If you're a design engineer, you probably know about EDS. So basically, what you need to do is go onto our website and register for free. And as I said, you can register for the conference sessions and the workshop sessions whilst you're there. And this year, we've also got for the company that registers the most people, we've got a £500 voucher that can be won. So if you register all of your colleagues and they all turn up, you can win a £500 voucher. So
can I just register 500 times?
I'd like 500 separate people, please. But we're always thinking of ways. people know about EDS. We've been doing this for 10 years, but we're always trying to, think of new features. It's the content of the workshops to try and get people off their backside and actually come to the show. And I was laughing about it before about talking about the free parking, but I think that's quite important as well.
It's a big deal.
You need to give people reasons to come to shows. So if you've got the content there, the subject matters relevant, give them free parking. We pay whatever it is, £5,000 to have them parking barriers lifted. We want people to come to EDS. We want them to have a good show. We want them to have a day out. We want them to learn from the conference sessions. I think we're gonna provide that this year. I'm excited about it.
We've got a special edition on our little. Do you want to know our little edition? You'll like this one. You saying you've got a prize 500. We've got a Roosie tree. Do you know what a Roosie tree is?
No, what's that?
The Roosie tree is a combination of Rachel and Susie. It was a concept that we came up with because we were talking about, people wanting to get on the show or talk to us and talk to you guys, and not because sometimes we just don't have time, do we? We do loads, we do about 9 and they're back to back, and I'm sat there just la 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 la, and we don't have time to talk to everyone. So we've got a Roosie tree which is going up where people can clip on their cards onto a little Roosie tree. It's going to look very pretty and very.
That's a great idea.
And so people can clip on their info. So if people want, because obviously the info that we've got, we share with you guys too. So it's all about helping each other. And I think the great thing is now about this sort of collaborating projects going forwards with other businesses. We've all got to help each other through, yes, indeed, yeah. Monumental. I mean, oh my God, we've now got a female prime minister. We've had the pandemic, Brexit. There's going to be some changes. Inflation, there's going to be a lot going on, but the wheels still need to turn. And in the engineering world, indeed, if they stop turning, everything stops turning. The chair I'm sat on, I won't be sitting on a chair. It's true though, isn't it?
I couldn't agree more with you. Yeah, totally. It's so important.
So important. So I think more than ever, and I think what I love about the show is every time I go, I learn something new about the sector, and it makes me very proud to be a part of it, because some people are like, well, you do engineering and then you do this. I'm like, it's all interlinked. I think people just don't use that process. I remember a very, very dear manager of mine that said many years ago, he literally did say, he said, look, I think it was an editor, but he said, literally, look, without the screws, that chair wouldn't fit. It wouldn't, it's just the way it is.
Yeah, things you don't necessarily think about. Yeah.
Stuff that you don't think about, but I tell you what, if you get along to the show, you will think about it. If you see Simon, he'll probably be running around, but he always stops to chat.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I'll be running around after the NEOP, but I'll be hobbling around anyway.
You've had a NEOP as well, Simon, haven't you? You've had a NEOP last week. I mean, go easy on this guy in October. How's it going to be in October for you? Because I've done a day after an accident on a broken toes and a broken leg, and that did not do my healing recovery very much.
I will still be covering the floor, but I'll be doing it at a slower pace.
Do you want me to get you a special like kind of throne chair or something that I would do?
Yeah, or one of them little electric buggies to go around. That'd be quite cool.
That's what you got. Scooter. Can't you get an electric scooter? Can't you get Or what about the guests that we had on the amazing guests, like one of those hover suits?
Oh, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it? I'm not sure health and safety, how that would go down, but
Can you imagine that though? If you were literally just hovering around, it's like, oh, there goes Simon Bonell. Wow, okay. Cool. I think we should make that happen. I'm going to have a chat with him. I'm going to be like, come on, get him in a suit, get him in a gravity suit.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Well, I'll certainly use it for a bit of EDS promotion. As you know, I'm not shy about promoting EDS.
No, I know.
So get it in there everywhere.
Listen, the poster in the background, it's a little bit crinkly. That's all I'm going to say. Okay.
Oh yeah. It needs upgrading.
I think you need to iron your EDS, but no, get your EDS. Man has EDS on his car.
I've got it on my car. I've got it everywhere. I've got it literally on coasters. I've got memory cards.
Tell me you haven't got a tattoo.
I haven't got an EDS tattoo yet.
Oh God. Go slow.
Listen, if it helps people come through the doors, if it helps promotion, then I'll do it.
On your heads, please. Look after your heads. Look after your head. But you did inspire me actually for my event this year. I had my soapbox stickers. I did the soapbox race and I did soapbox on my doors, and that was, I'll give you that one, inspired by Simon Bonell, because he.
Yeah, well, I mean, people have.
Well,
people have stopped me in the car park. People have stopped me in the car park and said, I've seen, well, tell me about the show. And from seeing the stickers on the back of my car. So, you know, it works.
Don't you love the way the world's sort of turned around again now? And it's like people want leaflets, and people want to see visuals, and people want to see adverts. And it's like, do you remember that time, you know, and I know, sort of 40 years ago, oh, the world, it's going to kill everything. Well, it is fast tracking, but it doesn't mean that all these other mediums don't exist, because we are ultimately human beings having a human experience, and we need visual. So, you know, I think, the car is brilliant. So if you see an EDS car, give it a beep, because it'll be Simon.
Yes. I'll have some EDS merch for you inside as well.
So hit us with it. Where's the link that everyone needs to go to sign up to this amazing show on the 12th and 13th of October next month?
So all you need to do is you can either Google it or go to www.engineeringdesignshow.co.uk, and from there you'll see it. I mean, you can't miss it. It's in the middle of the screen. It says register for your free link. You click that button, fill in your details, and then we'll send you the ticket out. And it's as simple as that. And whilst you're there, as I said, register your colleagues, and you could be in with a chance of winning £500 voucher. And pre-book your workshop sessions. Have a look at the content we've got up there. I've just given you a small snippet of what we've got available, but you know, there's 2 days of free content, so it's worth checking that out. And you know, make a day of it. Don't just come up for an hour. Plan to spend a day with us. You know, and stay around for the party. The party, I think, kicks off at 4 o'clock. So the show finishes at 4, and then we'll have the party straight after. And as I said, it's for visitors and for exhibitors, so everyone's welcome.
My girls are going to be so happy, because I'm not drinking. I'm just going to be the driver, aren't I? The driver of the car that has more accidents than any cars.
Yeah, perhaps they'll need a drink to calm their nerves.
I just but this is what happens, you know. You stop drinking alcohol and you just go a bit bonkers, or even more. But we cannot wait to see you. We will be promoting the living daylights out of talking to you today and sharing it with everyone. And thank you to Earth Electronics. Without, you know, we wouldn't be able to be doing as much as we're doing with you guys. And obviously they're supporting you. They're fantastic. We're talking to them next week as well. So this will come out very soon, and everyone has got to just get along and just, you know, just really, really enjoy the fact that we can be face to face and talk to people about how we can make things better. You know, it doesn't have to be all like doom and gloom, does it? It's like, got this problem, here's a solution. Let's just, because the problem's not going to go away. You need to find the solution. It's that, isn't it? So thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
White sofas.
White sofas, don't worry about that. We'll get that sorted.
Today without white sofas, then I'm not going to say what I'm going to do to Simon Bonell.
We've taken care of it. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
We're taken care of.
I'll also drop in the comments what stand we're going to be on. But please do, you know, Simon, I always ask your team, Master's amazing, guests that want to come on. But if you've got anyone specific that wants to come and chat with us, we're filming 4, and I think we're recording a few more than that. So, you know, anyone that wants to come in and really showcase what they're doing, exhibitors, then we would love to speak to you. So anything that's interesting, innovative, or just someone that's shown a lot of support to this fantastic show, you know, do get in touch with us, because that we're there for EDS. We are there for EDS with our
on stand E26, Chatty Hatter.
E26. E26. I especially like being opposite you guys though, because then I can be like, get me that speaker, he's amazing. Like when I the Rolls Royce, and I did ask him if I could have a Rolls Royce, and he was like, oh my god, how many people have asked me that question? So but yeah,
you've got a really good position, because you're right at the front of the show. You're near the engineer conference session, so yeah, you'll have a good show.
You'll all see us, but we're there to support you. So I know it's going to be great. It's going to be a blast. I can't wait. And yes, just if you need any help with hotels, just speak to Suzanne. Yeah. No, this man's a legend.
I'm sorted.
You're doing a great job. You are doing a great job. And you know, as an organizer of this event, I think you should be very proud of yourself, Simon. So it's been a pleasure to talk.
Thank you very much.
All right. Okay.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Have a good day. Have a good show. See you in a month.
See you later. Bye-bye.